All right, welcome to the Muscle Maturity Podcast, episode 104. We are here with 1983 Mr. Olympia Samir Banut and Marcus Guerrero from Old School Labs, and I am John Hansen. And guys, we are now 2 weeks out from the 2025 Mr. Olympia, the 60th anniversary of the Mr. Olympia. And
wow,
we are going to do our picks today. Yeah.
It seems like yesterday. We just finished with that last Olympia, man. Time flies.
It does. Scary. I know.
Amazing. Well, wow. We have a crazy Olympia this year, though, John.
Yeah.
I tell you. I mean, what we have this year is kind of probably much more complicated, much more difficult than it was. Yeah. Right, guys? What do you think?
It's a deep lineup.
Yeah.
It's deep, man. I think it's a deep lineup coming up.
Huge. I think really we have at least some new faces right now and really good new faces. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's a shame that we have a great champion, and it's really kind of making me feel bad for Bahruz, you know. Bahruz is like one of the guy in my book should be in the winner's circle without a doubt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame. I don't know what's going on in this world. Why, like a 3 Iranian bodybuilders made it, including, Mr. Olympia, Hadi Chopin. But I don't get it, John. I mean, Bahruz is a very, very extremely good. He worked his butt off. It's been like a couple of years, right? He missed it last year, too.
He missed it for 3 years, I think.
This is the 3rd year. I mean, this is really 3 or 4.
This will be 4.
This one will be 4, I heard.
Wow.
Wow.
It's just it's so unfair. I mean, the guy is so good. He is so good. And he would learn. He will have more experience being on the Olympia stage. And not giving him a visa is total bullshit.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I know it was on, I saw that on Instagram that people should really talk about it and support Bahruz, because really we know how hard we train. You train hard. I train hard. Marcus train hard. And not to be, after all the hard work you put in it, and to come out empty, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And he's not just an average Joe. He's a champion. He already won a couple of titles. I mean,
that's somebody who could be a top 6, honestly. I think there's people would be dumb not to put him in that, hey, arguably first called out gentleman.
I don't get it. I just can't get it. I'm trying to figure out why. What do you think, John? Do you think is there any reason? I know, look, he's a good guy. He doesn't have any bad record.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful person. I've been talking to him, and people that know him said good things about Bahruz. So why Hadi is in, Bahruz is not in? I mean, to me, this is really like terrible. Can you imagine? Put yourself in his shoes, John. You know how hard it is. You train, and then not to be on stage next to all the guys. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Sadly, I feel like politics.
Your career's only so long, so he's missing out on 4 years of his career. Who knows how much longer he's got left?
It upset me, John. It does upset me. Look, for me, being a Lebanese bodybuilder, Lebanese American, I came out here, and way back in, way back in 75, even Arnold Schwarzenegger is an Austrian. He came into the United States in 1968. Franco Colombo is Italian. Rick Wayne, whatever. I mean, we have people from all walks of life. Dorian Yates is a British.
Yeah.
I mean, why? Remember Joseph Polkos was German. He used to come and compete. I mean, this is a sport. We need to put an end to this political bullshit. We really need to do that, because it has nothing to do, whatever happening in this world, positive or negative, should not affect the athletes, bro.
Yeah.
It's totally disgusting, shameful. So, I don't know. I'm just like, please, you guys should talk about it and show support to Bahruz, because I really feel his pain. You know what they say? Nobody feels the pain but the person who has it. I can tell you, he's just sitting, look at it from the outside. He's heartbroken. He won the Grand Prix in Dubai. The guy is amazing.
Yeah. Well,
what can you say?
on the show today, guys, is we're going to pick our top 10 for the Olympia. We're going to do our picks, but instead of just going through each one of our top 10, I thought a more interesting way to do this would be I'll just throw out some names of the guys that are qualified for the show this year, and then you guys can tell me where you have them in your top 10, or even if you don't have them in your top 10.
That's good. That's a good idea.
and then tell me why. Tell me why you have them placed where they're
When it comes to me, John, I will never say anything in the derogatory way.
Yeah.
I don't care who wins. May the best man win. But when I talk about something, when it comes to bodybuilding, the physical aspect of it, we need to talk about it without anybody get like emotional over it.
Yeah.
And we'll do that. Let's do that. Right, Marcus?
We try our best, man. I not to backtrack, but I think that one thing that should be discussed is the fact that, you did mention that, you are, Lebanese, and a lot of people don't really understand what that's like to be somebody, an outsider, to feel like a minority in a sense. And obviously you don't feel like a minority. You probably feel pretty good in America, as you should, but you sometimes can't help not to feel that kind of, you're going to be able to relate to somebody who's going through those types of trials.
The bottom line, I'm sorry to cut you. The bottom line, we love America. We're athletes. I was dreaming when I was in Beirut, Lebanon, picked up American magazine. Was Arnold on the cover. Even Arnold was Austrian, okay? But you know what? What did draw me to bodybuilding? Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was Austrian. And he came to the United States and became a governor.
I mean, it's a place where we celebrate our differences.
I love
too,
America more than you can imagine.
We celebrate that. Like you see the people who have Nigerian, descent, people who are Dominican, and we celebrate the differences and what their, strong suits bring as far as their genetic background. It's dope to see.
I mean, look, do you agree with everything in the political part in the United States? I don't. But the bottom line is we love this country. We live in it. We love the flag. We love American people. I love my neighbor. But we don't get involved in the political side. And that's how it should be, in life, John, they say there's a good and bad and ugly. Not all your fingers the same length. Some of those athletes are true champions. Some of those people are really, really innocent. And I just hate to see that. But anyway, John, I'm not going to dwell on that one part.
All right.
Let's go and talk about the Olympia this year and discuss it.
All right. The first guy I want to bring up, and you tell me where you got him placed, is Martin Fitzwater, who was 4th last year. So where do you have him, Samir?
Oh, man. Look, I know Martin personally. I met Martin a few times, and his 4th place was nothing short of amazing.
Yeah. And
you remember, I was 4th in the Olympia. In 1982, I was in 4th place. And you know that I came back and won in 83. But you know what? Martin, he's got the body. He's like very symmetrical. But let me just say, I don't think his last 2 shows that he competed, he didn't look as good as he did at the Olympia last year.
Right.
So all I care about now, who is the new Martin Fitzwater, Fitzwater? Who is the new Martin? If Martin's going to come in improved, if he does, he's going to do great. But then at the same time, the competition got more difficult. It's much more difficult this year than it was last year.
Yeah.
Is he capable? Of course he is.
So where do you have him?
I mean, I have him in the winner's circle. And let's be honest here, as you know, I love Martin, but I think he's a top 6. And honestly, I think the top 4 is extremely difficult this year.
So you got him 6th?
I think I will put Martin in around 5th or 6th.
Okay. Scott, we going to mark these on the sheet? You got a sheet, right?
Do I?
No, Scott.
No, Scott does it.
Oh, you putting that? Okay. I'll put it.
How about you, Marcus? Where you got him?
See, I got him. Ironically, I'm gonna show it right quick. So we ain't copying Samir. I have him in 6th exactly. And this is the thing. I think Samir says something that's makes sense is hopefully he comes the new and improved. The issue is he's had showings as of late to where he's had kind of some setbacks. We saw him in Pittsburgh in person. He didn't look as good as he did at the Olympia. And I feel like we do see that a good bit as of late with a lot of the competitors. Sometimes you just, the road that's behind you follows you. You didn't have a good showing. We see it with Patrick Moore. We kind of see that fall off trajectory, and sometimes they can pick it back up. And I have faith in Martin. So I think putting him in 6 is no small. I mean, that's incredible because you're literally right behind 5 of the best bodybuilders right now. So to be the top 6 in the world is crazy. You're going against the likes of Andrew and Samson and Derek and Nick and all that. So a 6 is a very comfortable spot for Martin. And shout out to him because he's the bodybuilder's bodybuilder to me personally.
I don't know. The thing is, Marcus, I agree with you. 6 is very respectable. But then again, he has the body. How much can he improve over what he had last year? This is what remains to be seen. Yeah. I had the last talk with him about a month ago here in LA at the Civic at the Expo. And I know he's determined. And I really pray to God that he's better and make it even better. I hope he'll win.
I mean, arguably, he beat Derek. He beat Arnold champion at Mr. Olympia Pass last year. I know he didn't on paper, but he was 4th to Derek's 3rd. But a lot of people had him above Derek. So that's saying something. Who a lot of people are going to put Derek in their first spot, I'd imagine, if they're smart. But I digress.
Okay.
What about you, John?
Next in line. Okay, well, John, do you want to elaborate on that yourself?
Yeah, I got him 6 too. I didn't.
You did too?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. I kind of read your what you're thinking, guys. I kind of felt it.
I like that. For whatever reason, I like that makes me happy. I know we're gonna differ when we get up there and down there, but I like that. That's a cool starting point.
I think if he looks like he did at the Olympia last year, he's going to be really up there. But I mean, he did the show against Chris Bumstead in Hungary, right?
The Prague one, yeah.
Yes.
Prague, yeah.
I know it was in Hungary, but beating Bumstead was no little feat. It was like amazing.
Yeah, he shouldn't have beat Bumstead actually.
But I don't think he looked better when he beat Bumstead than he did at the stage at the Olympia.
No, he didn't. He was way off.
Yeah, I thought he was really, really good. I was sitting in the first row, and his 4th place was very well.
Yeah.
And I really was like, wow, I'm so happy for him. And I really would love to see him another 10% better. We will have to wait and see.
John, how do you think he's going to be able to fare with the mental game?
And he was off in Pittsburgh. So, I mean, if he's off here, he's going to be less than 6. He's going to be way down because it's going to be really tough. But if he pulls it all together like he did at the Olympia. But I don't know. He's been kind of quiet. He hasn't put much pictures out. So maybe he looks good and he's just going to surprise everybody. So we'll see what happens.
Well, at least, you know what? I tell people, John, if you stay off the social media and just focus on training, it'll be much smarter.
Yeah.
I'm helping a guy right now, and I'm trying to tell him, train, go home and recuperate. You just sit down and take the phone. All he does is I said, please, I told him, I said, do me a favor. I personally ran away from Joe Weider before the 83 Olympia. And Joe Weider wanted to take all kind of photos. And I swear to God.
Joe Weider was your Instagram.
I escaped. I went to Germany. And Joe Weider would leave me a message. Samir, what the hell is wrong with you? I said, but you know what? I don't want no attention. I want to focus on Samir, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it shows. What do you think, John, about the people who's always getting worked out with the social media right now?
Well, it can backfire on you because if you
yes.
put in all these pictures that you look great and then you go on stage and you don't look like that, then it's going to be disappointed, you know, and that happens.
I think that could backfire. Of course it can.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what happened with the Samson.
That's why you know what we say, John, tunnel vision mean like this. Tunnel vision mean 100% focused.
Yeah.
When Dorian Yates trained in the dungeon underneath his home, what was his goal? His goal was to win the fucking Olympia. He's not walking around with a phone. You know, here, take a photo of me. Like, dude, relax, please. We have all the time in the world after the fucking Olympia.
That's one thing I really like about Martin is obviously with y'all can probably relate to this, John, as well, because trying to get into this whole little social media hemisphere, it's uncomfortable to an extent, right? And one thing I like is I like seeing some of Martin's videos because not to say anything about like he does great as far as like he reminds me of this Branch Warren style training, Eye of the Tiger, but he seems uncomfortable when it comes to the videos. Not uncomfortable, but it's new to him, like doing like the whole social media game. And I really like that because I can relate to it because I can't stand social media, even though obviously we have to do it for this new age. But
I'll speak for myself too. You know what, Marcus? If it was me competing at Olympia, you would not see anything about me. Maybe hi, good morning, maybe,
yeah,
but I'm not gonna go
Truman
there
Show
and film
greeting.
myself doing dips and doing incline and decline and like
Mhm.
all world watch me training. Fuck no, I'm gonna train. I don't care about anything. Everybody's out of my head. I'm focusing on Sando. That's all. Sando is the only person I'm focusing on.
All right, let's keep going because otherwise this will be a 5-hour show.
Okay.
NECKZILLA, Rubiel, where do you got him?
Rubio. Okay, well, look, I'm going to be truthful. Again, as we said early on, truthful is the way to go anyway. The guy, I'm very impressed with his conditioning. Very impressed. In fact, he is an old school material in conditioning.
Yeah.
But when we say and talk about harmony and proportion and balance, you know, this is his problem. You know, I like some other people have different problem. Like, for example, and I always keep in contact with Regan Grime. If Regan Grime could be like, get that same quality as Rubio, and guess what? He'll win the Olympia. This is exactly what I'm trying to say. Look, you can have the greatest body. And if you don't have that polished onion skin 24K along with professional presentation, you won't win the fucking Olympia. And I don't care who you are. So I don't think Rubio is going to make it in the top 6. That's, in my book, nearly impossible.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say I'm putting a block on him if he can or he can't. But I think physically, he doesn't have the genetic that God given to Samson, for example.
Yeah.
Or AndrewJacked.
What about like in like the top 10? You think he could be in the top 10? Rubio?
Yeah.
I don't know. He'll be like, if he makes the top 10, probably be toward the last part of that. Maybe 9th or 10th, maybe.
Do you want to put him in the top 10 or no?
No, I'm not putting him in the top 10.
Okay. What about you, Marcus?
Yeah, for me, I have him 11th. On my list right now, I have him 11th. I think he's the one that could shake everything up. I think he has a lot of the attributes. We've seen him come in better condition as of late, his best condition as of late. So that's promising. And I do think he has that freak factor that can really have him jump from, say, he could be a 16th place finisher. I'll say that 100%. He could be that trophy that everybody else gets, or he can be in that top 7, top 8 area, even top 6. I say eventually. But right now,
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Marcus. You've been learning a lot around me here.
Come on, look who I'm with. I'm with John Hansen and Samir Bannout.
Very good, very good. You're catching up. You're catching up with understanding the game.
I graduated
because the game
from the
is
sped
not...
ed class, and now I'm here. I'm back with the regular lunchroom and everything. I'm here.
Man, listen.
I can eat with the students.
No disrespect. No disrespect. We're gonna say it like it is.
Yeah.
Rubio could be the nicest guy in the world, and I love his quality. I love his drive and his. The guy is doing incredible stuff with what he has.
I mean, dance moves. He's top 5.
Huh? Who said top 5?
And I was joking about his dance moves. He's the one who was dancing on stage.
I'm putting him out of the top 10. I don't know exactly when. What maybe? Like I said, if he make it to 10th place, he'll be very good. I'm looking at the list of contestants, bro. You know what I mean? Okay, John, your turn.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be top 10 either. He's a total freak, and he's been in really good condition this year. So, I mean, he could. I mean, he might be 8th. You know, who knows? 7th, 8th. I mean,
conditioning, unbelievable.
Yeah,
really sharp. Whatever. I think whomever helping him, John. This guy coming in with onion skin.
Yeah,
but his calf is like bigger than anybody's legs.
I know.
But is that gonna help you having a 22-inch calves, for example, or having Tom Platt's legs, is it going to automatically qualify you to win the Olympia? I'm sorry. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think.
And see, that's what's crazy is with all that freak factor, you stand him next to someone like, say, a Tonio, and someone is as compact in the opposite frame of Rubio can end up beating Rubio and Tonio. You know what I mean?
I hope Rubio with you know, he'll prove us all wrong. I really hope so, because I know, like Brayon told me how nice this guy is, and I know he seemed like extremely nice. But let's hope. Anyway, next in line.
What about AndrewJacked? Where do you got him?
Well, Andrew is one of my favorite. Andrew's got the body to do it. I still don't like his presentation, even though some people say, oh, I like his posing routine. You don't learn posing from your nutritionist, from the guy who's coaching you to get in condition to compete. So do I think for sure Andrew, to me, is in the top 6, of course. He's in the top 6. What place will I give him exactly? I may give him 5th place.
Yes.
How about you, Marcus?
Same. I mean, I don't want to. I have it the same. Andrew's in 5th to me. I think that him and Martin have gone back and forth, but I think that when it comes to the center stage, the main stage, I think Andrew can pull it off. I think he has that wow factor, especially from the front. If he can bring up his back shots a little bit more so, and especially with, like, you know, the conditioning with, you know, how the hamstrings look and things like that, it'll be the difference maker. But he just has that. He has the more complete that Rubio lacks in Andrew has. So I'm going to put him in.
Come on, dude. You can't even compare. I mean, listen, man. Listen. Andrew's got a beautiful body, small waist. He's a huge, and he's really lacking nothing in particular. There's nothing, no obvious weaknesses. Yeah. He could be a little bit sharper, and he need to have his muscle control. People don't understand the positioning. When you go on stage, positioning is so important. He still lag in that department. Yeah. You know, that's why I keep telling some of the pro, go see Frank Zane, not because of Frank Zane is just going to give you a posing routine. He's going to tell you how to aim and shoot. They don't know how to aim and shoot. They don't. Sorry, guys. But, I mean, that's what I give Andrew 5th place.
Sadly, I'm the same. John, are you joining the team with the 5th place? That's
yeah, I got him too.
What's that, John? Tell me, John, what's your...
I got him in 5th. I wish he was going to be higher, but do you think he's running out of time? I mean, this is how many Olympias Andrew's done, and he just doesn't seem to nail it.
Well, John, you didn't tell me. What do you say about Andrew? You tell me first.
I think he's got the best physique in bodybuilding. I think he should be Mr. Olympia, but he doesn't seem to be able to give the judges what they want. I mean, I don't
know about the best physique, John. He's got a good
him
physique.
And Samson. I can't pick between them.
Look, sometimes there's one thing that we miss talking about: the flow of the body. Let's say, who have the best flow, who have the best physique out there? It's automatic. You have to easily give it to Samson. Samson has the flow. He's got the shoulder to waist ratio, the sweep on his side. Listen, Samson is Mr. Olympia. You know why? Because he have the flow in his body. Was he the most ripped? No, he wasn't. If Samson comes in ripped, and guess what? Nobody's gonna touch him.
To me, Samson's the only acceptable answer. As far as who's better than Andrew in the sense of overall, is the only acceptable answer is Samson to me personally. If you said anybody else, I'm like, I gotta disagree and feel bad about it. But I just, to me, Samson and Andrew teeter top the top.
So what place do you give him, Jean, again?
5th.
That's me. Okay, well, I guess we're on the same page.
Page. That's again all three of us. Does 2024 Texas give you any hope? You know what I'm saying?
You know, guys, I'm kind of like, sometime I may have to make some changes too, because, you know, we have the Russian Brazilian the Vitali, Big Vito. I mean, listen, we cannot, act like we don't see this guy. I mean, he hasn't been on the stage for quite some time. But that guy, Vitali, is a badass. He's got everything. He's muscular and symmetrical. However, I don't think he have the control necessary on stage with his posing ability. I honestly see this guy in the top 6, but what the hell is getting like already? We're like, I don't know, man. I would love to see him. You know what? I don't know. Maybe, I think this guy might be in 4th place.
Wow.
Okay.
Is that okay? I'm talking about him already.
Might as well bring him up next. Yeah, we
right.
can all. I think this is where we're probably going to differ a good bit, even though, like, I get it. He's the most, like, he should be the biggest dark horse here.
Where do you have him at?
I don't have him placing top. I have him right there outside the top 10. I don't have him placing in my top 10. Yeah, and that's where y'all might drop me down a few pegs compared to the intelligent ones here. But
you had okay, Marcus, you had him out of the top 10. Okay, let me just ask you, since now you're talking as someone who's been looking and you're keeping an eye on that. Tell me the reason why.
The only reason I can give you is if I name off the other people who are in the top 10. Put it this way. There's somebody who I can take out of my top 10, which would be Urs. I can see Urs cracking that, but I think that's just more of a political thing compared to, like, GOODVITO.
All right. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you from my perspective why this guy is good.
I know why he's good.
I never met him. I never, and because I have no reason to bullshit here to anybody. The guy has everything. He's a young man that he does not. I don't know who's coaching him right now, but honestly, if he comes in prepared and he control his posing, this guy's going to be the biggest surprise. Okay? He's going to be big surprise. And I can tell you right now, he's going to break into the winner's circle. I might be wrong, but if he comes in, if I'm in his body right now, I'm for sure in the top 4. But I'm not in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
He's in the driver's seat. Unfortunately, I don't know if he's able to drive and control that body he has. He's missing nothing. Marcus, you need to know something about bodybuilding. He has no weaknesses. Shoulder to waist ratio is unbelievable. Muscularity is unbelievable. Quality,
he checks
amazing.
all the boxes for sure, for the most part.
Well, you have to understand that I don't care who wins again, but the guy have everything needed to be in the winner's circle.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't disagree with you.
But it's okay. I'm not forcing you to be. I'm not forcing you to agree with me. But by not putting him in the top 10, I'm disappointed.
I know, and I get it. But there's people like William Bonac out there. There's, they'll put it this way. There's somebody in my top 10 who I could easily take out, but I don't want to because I have faith in him.
You go back to talk to me about Bonac. I like Bonac. He comes in prepared. But Bonac does not have the balance in the mid-tight, the beautiful line of that Big Vito. With all due respect, Bonac, we know he's muscular. He always comes in shape. But take a look at the Big Vito. I don't know. I'm going to let John be in the middle of this, and then he could talk about it from his own perspective.
I've got him in 7th.
7th place?
Yeah. I think he'll be right
okay, well,
right outside that.
We'll talk. I mean, at least I'm not as disappointed. I'm not as disappointed, but I'll tell you what.
So, where do you place him, Samir? Where do you place? So is he 4th in your top 5?
I would give him 4th place, but then listen, only if he control his posing ability. You understand? If he can pose and show, look at this, my double bicep, here's my side chest. If he does it properly, let's say if he pose, even if he pose as good as Martin. Man, this guy is a badass. You don't understand. This guy is a badass. By me looking at his photo, right away, it's automatic. The guy gonna break the winner's circle. And I know Jean gave him 6, but, I think Jean, he doesn't know what Vito is gonna come to the contest looking like. But I'll tell you what, if this guy is shredded, you're not going to put him out of the top 6.
And
That's
that can go
me.
for like all these, anybody, like all 12 people who would be in that little area, like the first 2 call outs, they could all be in that winner's circle, I think. That's the whole point.
This guy is going to be in the call out, my friend. I mean, you talking about what you have seen in the past. You talk about Bonac, you talk about Samson, you're talking about Urs. You haven't seen much of Big Vito. This guy is good. And I don't care if he didn't compete for the past 2 years. He's good. He's blessed.
Well, he competed this year and he looked good.
Can he be up there on stage, present his body as a pro? That remains to be seen. If he does, Lord have mercy. He's very good.
I mean, remember, we saw him.
He's very good.
We saw him this
just
year.
as bad as Bahruz. He is just as bad as Bahruz. I mean, in fact, his lower body is even better than anyone. The guy have a diamond calf, small ankle, overflow, huge muscularity, small waist, lats, arms like scary.
Quads are crazy.
Put together in a balanced way. So, you cannot disregard someone who is blessed with this kind of package. Can't. That's from my perspective. What the hell do I know?
Oh, you know a lot. Don't say yourself short. You know a lot. I got to be the one saying what the hell do I know. But like I said, I agree with you that he can 100% place up there, 100%. It's just if he, if all the stars, not the stars, but if it all aligns for him, just like with everybody else that we're talking about.
Yeah, but Marcus, you didn't understand. By not putting the guy in the top 10, you disappoint me. You know why? I asked you what his weaknesses. You did not answer me.
Well, he doesn't have many weaknesses, to be real.
What's his weaknesses? Could you tell me what his weaknesses?
I just said
is he lacking calves? What?
I just said he doesn't have many weaknesses.
You
but
just
there's people who
okay. Here, let me stop you.
Go
here.
ahead.
You said Bonac.
Yeah, I 100%.
Which is, I love Bonac. Bonac is a great.
I'll die on that mountain.
But no, wait. Let me put you to test here for you too. Bonac legs versus GOODVITO's legs.
GOODVITO has some of the scariest quads in this list of people.
And calves, not just quad, and calves.
Calves too. But his quads are crazy.
Arm. Who's better in the arm department?
Oh, Akeem,
Who's better?
William compared to GOODVITO?
No, I'm talking about.
All these gentlemen. Knicks are better to me. If we're talking all these gentlemen, Nick Walker has better arms.
Well, yeah,
especially from that back double.
I'm talking about. I'm asking you about these 2 guys. I'm not asking you about. Nick's arms
that's why I said out of those 2, GOODVITO. I mean, Bonac's arms are changing.
Okay. Well, okay, Jean, you can elaborate on that from your perspective. I know you gave the guy 7th place, but then I'm trying to let Marcus understand the flow and the muscularity and the way the body is put together. You can't tell me Bonac has a better God-given genetic.
So I think you're confusing what I'm saying. So I'm just making a prediction. Put it this way. So like,
I'm not confused. I'm never confused about
who has the better aesthetic, who has better strong suits right now? GOODVITO. But the thing is, I've seen William, especially even this year, show and prove that he's capable of being in that winner circle scenario. I've seen him go up. I've seen him do good in New York Pro against Nick.
Right now, you're not being fair. You think you're being biased because he's from your part of the world.
Whatever.
Hey, come on. Hey, man, I don't care. You know what? You can tell me a Lebanese guy, and it might be I say, oh, he's going to be in last place. I'm going to say it like it is. William Bonac is wonderful. He's consistent. He always comes in shredded. And yes, if GOODVITO kind of come in off and Bonac is going to come in shredded, of course Bonac is going to beat him. I feel like
sometimes that shredded is like stage, championed over certain other qualities.
Look, if both of them come in shredded, guess what?
GOODVITO wins. If they both come in their best, GOODVITO wins. GOODVITO wins if they both come in their best.
Jean, what do you say? Okay, Jean, GOODVITO versus Bonac, both in top condition.
I'm not disagreeing. I just don't know if he's going to come in his best compared to William, whose track record shows he's going to come in his best.
Hey, Marcus, I'll brainwash you. Don't worry.
You already have. Hey, I agree with you. I legit agree with you. I agree with you.
No, but dude, you know what bodybuilding is all about: harmony and balance. Mass with class. The thing is, was what people don't see that Vitaly, Big Vito, doesn't have a bubble gut, and he's ripped. I don't know what the hell he's doing, but the guy maintaining a balance and beautiful mass with class. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But like I said, if he comes in ready, Lord have mercy. Yeah. This guy is gonna make.
And trust, I'll happily be wrong. I'll happily be wrong because I think he has a stellar, crazy, top-notch physique. So I'll happily be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Okay, just mark it down. Mark it down, and I'll remind you.
I'll sell you $20 if I'm super wrong, but only between him and William.
Okay,
only him and William.
Much?
$20 between him and William Bonac.
$20, or you're gonna buy me sushi in Las Vegas?
No, $20. They say I can't go to Las Vegas. Hey,
hey, you know what? John challenged me with a quizzo, and I lost the sushi with John. And I gave him the sushi when we met in Tampa. Right, John? I kept my promise.
My bet is only between him and William, by the way.
I think Marcus is gonna $20. I don't know, man. You gotta up it a little bit because you can't buy a tuna. I mean, you can't buy spicy tuna with $20.
We're clearly on different levels in the world, my friend. There's levels. There's Mr. Olympian, there's Mr. No.
Hey, man, no, I'm only kidding. May the best man win. Anyway, next in line, Big John.
Brandon Curry.
Oh shit.
Man, I'm under pressure here. I need the AC. I need to turn the AC on.
You got that? You got the hotel AC. That's the best one.
Yeah, I'm at a hotel, but I have this local AC. If I turn it on, you guys will probably hear it. It's not a central. Anyway, yeah, man. Brandon, I always liked Brandon. And remember, Brandon is former Mr. Olympia, bro. And when you win Mr. Olympia, doesn't mean you're okay. You're more than okay. You're great. The only thing that I would say about Brandon, Brandon comes in shredded. That's all I care about because got a beautiful body. And if Brandon comes in ready, I can see him like right now. Sorry, but I don't want to. I mean, I'm making my assessment here, my analysis based on what I've been seeing in the past couple of years. And, I think Brandon is going to come in the top 10, of course. But I don't know. Could be 8th place, I would say, unless he proved me wrong and comes in shredded to the bone. If he comes in shredded to the bone, I think he probably prove us all wrong. But for now, I would give him 8th place.
Respectable.
Okay. How about you?
I give him 7th. On my list, he is 7th. In my own,
I got him in 8th, too.
Say it again.
You gave him 8th too, Jean?
Yeah, I got him in 8th, right behind GOODVITO.
All right. Oh, my God. It's getting tight squeeze here. Oh, my God. See, I really have a list in front of me, and I'm kind of like, wait a minute. You have Urs, you have Regan Grime. Come on, man. It's like,
let's talk
man.
Let's talk
how the hell can we put them all in the top 6? It's not going to be possible.
Let's talk about Derek Lunsford. Where do you guys got Derek Lunsford?
Who's your next who do you want to talk about, John?
Derek Lunsford.
Oh my God. Look, I've always said it. Derek has probably one of the most incredible body. I'd love to see harder muscle, okay? Lately I've been talking a lot about hard looking muscle versus a softer looking muscle. Maybe Derek needs to change something in his gears. Whatever it is, I would love to see Derek get harder looking, harder. And I still see Derek making those horrendous mistakes in that presentation. I do. I mean, you could say, oh, Samir's talking bullshit. I'm not talking bullshit. I'm talking based on extensive years and years and years of experience, okay? And I'm not going to say more than, Derek is a great bodybuilder. I would love to see a better performing Derek Lunsford. I like to see a harder looking body because he always comes in beautiful. He looks great, but I think his presentation is still lagging a little bit. It's not good enough. I'm sorry, but Chris Aceto don't know how to do posing. Sorry, Chris. I'm not gonna sugarcoat you always. Posing, it's not your job, Chris. All right, I'm gonna tell you that right now. This is the reason why I say that. Chris Aceto agree with this position. He thinks this is a good thing, and I love Chris looks. Chris and I, we always agree to disagree, and I just love the guy. He's a safe coach. He's a smart coach, but right now we disagree on presentation, and I would like to see Derek take a better posing coach. Yes, he need to have a better posing coach, and I'm not gonna say it's me. He can go to somebody else. He could go to Frank Zim, but he definitely not gonna. He need to run away from Chris Aceto's posing.
So where do you got him? Where do you got him, Samir?
I easily, to me, is in the top 3. But oh my God, he's another Mr. Olympia. Is very. I'm gonna have to go say right now this year, based on his former past 2 showing, I was gonna give him 3rd.
Okay. How about you, Marcus?
All right, so I'm gonna put Derek in 4th. That's where I have him. Last week I had him 3, but I'm putting him in 4th. To me, he's a little big engine that could, man. I agree with a lot of what Samir said. He does lack this hardness, but he has such strong attributes as well that outweigh anything else. So like the lack of arms and that kind of the softness across the chest. We actually saw a little bit better chest when it came to the Pittsburgh Pro. A little bit more details going on with it, but I just think that.
What did you say? I'm sorry, Marcus. You said arms?
Yeah, his arms lack. His arms aren't the best either to me.
No, man, come on. Derek got a great arm. I don't think anything about his.
I mean, I'm not trying to
natural genetic. He's got everything. Derek's got everything. I didn't complain about his body. I'm complaining about his presentation a little bit.
Well, then I'm complaining about it. Then.
We're talking about Mr. Olympia here, man. How could you say?
Because the people,
Mr. Olympia is not perfect in all areas. Yeah, you know what? He can be. The competition is more tough. He needs to improve his presentation. But his arms are very good, Marcus. His arms are very good. He just needs to get a little bit harder. I'm knocking on wood.
Yeah, I think he lacks a hardness, but I will say it doesn't. Like with that being said, it doesn't matter because his strong suits and his attributes kind of outweigh anything else. Meaning it'll take him over. So if you compare him with Nick's arms are crazy better. Samson has great arms in sense of size, tricep, things like that. Even though they lack detail as well.
You gave him 4th place.
I have him in 4th, and that's not shitting on Derek. That's a great place when you're already going up against 2 other Mr. Olympia champions who are going to be above him.
What about if he shows up like he did at the Arnold, where he was probably?
Then he'll probably be top 2, 1,000%, if not the winner. I think if he shows up how he did the Arnold, he's the winner, and I think the only person who have to fight through is Hadi at that point. That's the only person I see as having an issue with for Derek if he shows up like the Arnold Classic is Hadi. That's it. I think he'll beat Samson, and sad to say, I think he'll beat Nick. But how they showed up in the Pittsburgh Pro, I know we probably differ on this one, John, but I think that. I liked how he looked at the Pittsburgh Pro, Nick, better, even though Derek still looked great, but he looked way better at the Arnold. So top 2,
man, Derek, you know, I'll tell you what, if I have Derek bodies, I will declare myself Mr. Olympia, okay? If I have Derek's body and you put me in Derek's body, I'll win the Olympia. But that's from my perspective. Again, some work needs to be done for sure, but I don't know about 4th place. Come on, man.
It's one place. It's one place after you.
I don't know, Jean. What do you say about Derek?
Right now, I got him in 3rd.
Yeah, we're both on the same page here. Unfortunately, I haven't seen much changes in the past 2 years. I don't want to say the coaching right now, but definitely the coaching when it comes to posing needs to change. No disrespect to my buddy Chris Aceto. Yeah, Derek can improve in that department. And I would like to see him harder again. Hardness is, like I said, hard work with heavyweight and intensity. Along, you may need to do some changes in the gear to attain that harder look. Okay, so when you get a harder look, talk to Dorian Nace about harder look. Talk to Ronnie Coleman. You talk to people who train with intensity and heavier weight. The muscle is like more. Anyway, that's it. We can move from here. I can't really talk too much.
How about Tonio Burton?
I don't know what to say about Antonio. I don't have him in the top 10.
Okay. How about you, Marcus?
I don't have him in the top 10, even though he is one of my, like, I like him a lot and I have a bias towards him, but don't worry, Samir, I'm not going to let this bias outweigh anything else. But like I said, I brought him up earlier when it came to, like, you place him against someone like a Rubiel. And I think that somebody with Tonio's physique and overall just blessings, he is able to, you know, beat some of these guys with such an incredible physique. So I think that he's the future of this sport. Not to say he's Olympia winner, but I think he'll be a future in the, you know, at a Mr. Olympian IFBB league and all that. How about you, John?
That's fair.
I got him in 9th.
I love that.
Yeah, he's got a freaky physique. He's very grainy, thick. The judges like his look. I think he's a little narrow. It's just his shoulder structure. There's nothing he can do about it. I think it kind of throws off his physique. But the judges like him, and I think he's going to be in good shape because he always is. So I think he's going to make the top 10.
Yeah. Okay. I like, again, I don't see the top 10, but he can prove me wrong by coming in beyond shredded and present it right. I mean, I seen him in New York, a couple years ago, and I was very impressed.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at the list of contestants, bro. You know, I mean,
yeah,
no disrespect from him. I mean, anybody is going to make the top 10 is going to be
and his
badass.
trajectory has been pretty crazy as of late. Like he's gotten a lot better as of late. And I'm pretty sure that if Samir was Tonio would be first place Mr. Olympia champion.
You know what, man? You know, up to now, we haven't even discussed Regan Grimes. We haven't discussed Nick Walker.
All right, let's talk about Regan Grimes.
It's so hard for me to talk about Regan because you know what? Regan, I keep in touch with Regan. Sometimes I tell him certain things. You know, we're connected. I believe his potential is unbelievable, is unlimited.
Yeah.
We need to see Regan shredded to the bone, along, not missing his peak. You know, we saw in New York, John, that he came in, he was small but shredded, and 1 week later he was full and stayed shredded. So you need to master that peaking. You know, sometimes maybe loading for 1 or 2 days is not enough, and I think he needed a longer period of time in loading, and he still lack a little bit more in presentation. He still does. I mean, I'm like a fan of his body. I mean, like a lot of time I think he's really getting better. Like on this side chest, in fact, I sent him a message on that, and I told him that he needed to put his forearms deeper into his rib cage and create a 3D box. I actually sent him a message regarding he did a 3/4 back shot, and I said, you know what? I want you to flex your rear delts a little bit more. And I'm like sincere about it, you know. I really like to help. I don't care whether it's Regan or anybody, but I think Regan have all the tool to kick ass. I don't know what Regan gonna be like because I don't know who's actually coaching Regan. Because in the posing room, there was a guy with Regan, and I can see there's a guy in the room working with him on his posing. Guys, do me a favor. Don't shop at Kmart. You hear me? Don't shop at Kmart. You hear me? You pay for it, and I don't care if you don't believe me or trust me. Everybody now is a great posing coaches. No. You go to Frank Zane. Oh yeah, if you want me to come and really make your life hell and correct you and complain about every position, you can try, because I know I will not let you make a tiny mistake. I don't accept anything less than perfection. So I don't know. I mean, I'm talking about Regan. I could tell Regan could be all the way to first place, or maybe down the ladder to seventh place. So I don't know. I mean, I still have no confidence in his peaking performance or his coaches. I don't feel that his coaches are capable of helping him. Today I saw some of those shot that he was doing, and I put a like on them, but I don't. I see they're doing the 3/4 back, and he's not flexing his rear delt. The side chest. I mean, he doesn't really need much. He got everything popping, but I would like to see Regan come in at 100%. If he's at 100%, oh my God. But as of now, as of all these up and downs, the high and low, I could see him in about seventh place, definitely.
Okay.
I would love to see him higher, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't have confidence of the people behind who's actually contributing to his prep.
Okay. How about you, Marcus?
I mean, shout out to Regan first and foremost. I think that he's like the best. To me, I don't want to say this about many people, but to me, he carries himself in a way that I'd want to come across. I think he's like one of the best ambassadors I've seen. However, I don't have him placing in the top 10. I have him at like 13th, to be real. So that's like, I know we're going beyond the 10, but I'm a deep down 10.
What do you have him against? I'm sorry, 13th. I didn't hear. 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like you, I think that Regan has the ability to place in a lot of places. I do feel like I love to see a matchup I want to see is him and GOODVITO personally, because I think they're both people who I think that have all the abilities to like run the IFBB at one point, to be top IFBB athletes. However, with Regan, we haven't seen it quite yet. So I don't have him placed in the top 10.
Let me explain. Let me just here jump in and say, look, GOODVITO's quality is excellent. Yeah. His genetic is excellent. You know what? Regan have an excellent genetic. He's really missing
that's
nothing.
why I compared the two.
Well, the thing is, GOODVITO gets shredded and stay full. Who's ever behind his prep, whoever's contributing to, I mean, come on. GOODVITO is a kid. He's still a young guy. I don't think he's maybe mid-20. I don't think he's older than that. Or maybe 26.
Yeah, he's probably like mid-20, upper 20 at least.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, it's a shame that sometime I want to talk about it. I would love to be on board with any of these guys the final 2 months, just to be there, because sometimes you guys disregarding the part that experience does count. Yeah. Believe me, when you do this for 50 years and you understand the high and low and how to present it, some people don't know how to cash on that. They go to, prep coach. It's like, who are you really? Who's your prep coach? There's only one prep coach really that is 100% confirmed in all area. And I'm not going to talk about coaches right now.
Well, see, I feel with anyway. Regan, we saw, John, I'd love to hear your input on this as well, because I feel like at the New York Pro, we saw like when Regan first came out, especially in the prejudging, he looked incredible. Like, even though he was a little bit smaller, like he looked a little bit like not as full as the other guys. He looked really good as far as his conditioning. And then he just kind of all of a sudden it just diminished really quickly. So, seeing that in person, it kind of makes me like, oh shit, if he can keep that same that level of, conditioning, but then the fact that it was just diminished so quickly is kind of alarming. But I know he's had issues all the way along the way with certain things and inflammation, things like that, whatnot. But John, what do you think about Regan?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make top 10 either. I just don't. If he would be able to peak more often, I might have more confidence in him. I agree with you, Samir. I think he's got incredible genetics and great potential. But
yes,
You know,
only people that understand the game will understand what Regan Grime can, what he can bring to the table. Unless Regan will have the right people on board, people that really, really accomplish, not just get me any. I said, don't go shop at Kmart, bro. You need to have a very professional coach in presentation and it's not like double bicep, it's much more. Someone that talks to you from your facial expression, your angle, the way you, all of these little tiny detail. And I don't think Regan is doing that yet.
Yeah.
I know because we were together when we saw Regan at New York. Was it New York?
Pro,
yeah. And how he missed his peak, and then a week later it was unbelievable. So that's 1 year. How much can you learn from that 1 year? Is he still with the same coaching staff? That's also, like, for example, let's say you take Regan Grime and put him with Hadi Chopin. I'm sorry, with Hani Ramboyd. If you put Regan with Hani Ramboyd, or you put him with me, and let me just say that. I know exactly, precisely what he needs. He needs to pose with precision. He needs to peak with precision. Everybody is scared the final 3 days. Oh, if I eat, I'm going to smooth out. Like, dude, relax. Relax. It's not as easy to smooth out. You're not going to smooth out. That's another topic. Regan Grime need to do some changes. Unless he does the changes, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be on board of him really winning it all as of now. Anyway, that's it.
How about Jordan Hutchinson, a rookie? He won 2 shows.
Who?
Jordan Hutchinson.
He's the one that he won the 2 shows. He went up against Quinton.
Yeah, he won Tampa and he won Texas.
I think very impressive, but again, it's a different ball game here.
Yeah.
It's a different ball game, and he's going to be fighting with some guys. Even the guy that he beat Quinton, and some of us didn't agree with it. Some of us think, yeah. But I think it's going to find it difficult for him to break in the winner circle.
Yeah.
It's going to be very difficult for him. And I don't know what to say, honestly, Jean, about his placing, but I didn't study his body good enough, but I know he's good. He get in shape.
Top 10?
He might be 10th place. I don't know. But not better than that.
Okay. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, every time we've seen him on that pro stage, he's looked incredible. Last year and then the 2 shows this year, and I think he handedly beat Quinton. I think that it was like both of those shows were his deservingly. I think he looked incredible. But kind of to echo Samir, it's a different stage. It's the main stage, and I can't see him cracking the top 10 at right now. However, the package is incredible, Pauls. But
yeah, that's probably a better way to put it. I think it's going to be very tough to crack the top 10, in my opinion. In fact, if you tell me Quinton is competing and he made it, I would put Quinton easily in the top 10. But Quinton also need to have a more mastery in his speaking. We're not talking about Quinton. He's not in the show.
Yeah, he's not in the show.
But I'm just being honest. Is he capable? Yes, he is. His posing is not as good. You know what? He posed next to Urs. Urs is very good at posing. But anyway, let's continue with our placing because I don't want to elaborate on that.
What about William Bonac?
I don't know. I think William is gonna be a rough ride for Bonac this year, and I don't have him in the top 6. No. If there's anything, he might be in top 10. I might give him the top 10 instead of what's his name. Yes. Yeah. No. I would give Bonac no better than top 10.
10. Okay. How about you?
What about you, John?
I didn't put him in top 10, honestly.
You didn't put him in the top 10?
No.
Well, I kind of have to agree with you.
I think he could make it, but
If anything, he might be at the very end of the top 10, maybe 10th,
yeah.
maybe 11, but I don't think he's going to do better than that. Look, I'm looking at the contestant list, man. Come on. Shoot. And I'm still like, we haven't talked about Nick Walker. We haven't talked about Urs.
We'll get to them. What about you, Marcus? You got Bonac in the top 10?
Yeah, I got him 8th behind Brandon.
8th?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
How about Urs?
I put him in 11th place.
11th? Okay. How about Urs?
Whew. Man, I don't know, man. Urs is one of the guy that I like because Urs is a very smart, is very intelligent bodybuilder, and I know that's his first try. And I know some people discourage him from competing. I think he's smart that he is competing since he is already in condition. I don't know, like, you know what, Urs, he have this mentality of German mentality of like quality. He like quality. Yeah. And the good thing about Urs, what people don't understand, that he's in complete control of his positioning, okay? He's very good about showing what he has.
I think
the majority doesn't. You know what? If like Quinton had the same ability as Urs in showing it, he would have done better. But anyway, let's continue to say about Urs. My God, I like to put Urs in the top. I don't know, man. He's got to make the top 8, but I don't know where I can put him at this point. Shoot. Oh, my God. How many places? Let me see. I already covered 6. Oh, my God. He's right there with Martin.
I think you said something that was like really spot on in the sense of like the quality that he brings, right? And he brings that like just pristine overall just on stage presence, and I think that's gonna it's gonna go a long way at the main stage of Mr. Olympia.
You see, listen, what people don't understand in Urs, he's just a smart guy. He knows exactly how to aim and shoot. This is what most bodybuilders don't have. You know, I used to say so much about Chris Bumstead, how much in control Bumstead of his posing. Bumstead have the ability to show you what he want to show you, and guess what? He does a good job. And I would say the same thing on Urs. Urs is like a different bodybuilder now. It's not like the old Urs. Urs is a new Urs right now. It's like a big guy. He could be a little bit bigger yet, but that's his first Olympia, and I'm happy to see him making the winner's circle. At this point, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I still like go back looking at the list. I don't know, man. We still have Hani, and we have Hadi, and we still have Samson. We still have Nick Walker. And I'd like to see him in the top 6. But again, if he comes in the top 6, that would be very good from the first year.
So,
could he make the top 6? I think he
could.
Him
beating,
but what the hell? Who should I remove?
You got Regan at 7th. Do you have Urs beating Regan?
Well, honestly, no, Regan is not going to beat Urs because not for the size, not for the quality. You know, I mean, Urs is right now he's on a roll and he's shredded. He comes in shredded and he's in total control. This is what Regan don't have now. You know, I mean, can you imagine Urs the same size as Regan Grind? It wouldn't everything.
It'd be crazy to see him in the next couple of years just climb up that ladder.
I'm freaking out, man. I don't know what else to say here, but this crazy lineup is insane. So
you want to move Regan down the spot and put Urs in his spot for the 7th? Like, do you have Urs beating Martin?
Well, Urs is probably at the same level as Martin right there. He is.
That'd be a cool little call out right there.
I mean, I gave Martin 6th place, so I don't know. It's like I say, equal between Urs and Martin. They're going to fight on the 6th spot, I think. But then again, that's all I can elaborate on right now. So don't push me to the limit. You pushing me to the limit,
Hey, I
and
can
I feel
see
like
it. You sometimes push me to the limit a little bit, and I sit there and have to scramble and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, Samir's over here giving me his, he's doing all that. So I'm like, I just want to give it back to you a little bit.
well, you know what, man? I'm passionate about this game, and I hate to leave anybody out of the race when they are deserved to be
Yeah.
in the race. I hate that. It's just a very tough
I feel that
year, and it's like heavily contested contest this year. And I mean, Urs is one person that I like a lot because he's in control on stage. And he did change things for the better because we know all along he's more belong with the bigger boy because cutting his body down to uncertain weight to make the classical bullshit. And here he is right now. He's doing excellent with the big boys. I mean, look, man, he's beating Quinton. He's beating these guys. I mean, he's a badass. I mean, Urs is good.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say more than I see Urs in the top 6, but where exactly? Jean, please help me here.
Yeah, right now I got him in
That's-
10th, but I think he could be in the top 6 too. I mean, it all depends on what kind of shape he's in and what kind of shape everybody else is in. But you're right, Samir. He hits his peak. I mean, he knows how to pose, man.
Yeah, he's very smart about his presentation.
I think his back needs to come up, and his arms, even though they're better than they were when he was in Classic, they still need to come up a little more. But yeah, I think he's gonna make top 10 though. I think he'll make top 10.
Yeah.
Nah, I see him even way better than top 10. I mean, I know I gave Regan 7th, but I honestly
I hope he does. I hope he plays.
Right now, I can see him having I put him ahead of Regan, unfortunately, right now. I could see him no less than top 7.
Yeah, for me, I feel like personally,
you got him in 10th.
Yeah, so I have him 10th. Yeah, I do have him 10th, and for me personally, 2 things helped create that. One, what we just saw within the last couple of weeks, he just came out and just did his thing.
Jean, I would like to see Urs size-wise.
Against the guys. Yeah.
Right now, he's going to stand next to Samson, not next to Hadi, next to Derek. I don't know how much, again, AndrewJacked. Those guys are big. It's not like, standing next to Quinton.
Yeah,
right. He's standing next to a bigger boy.
That's where I feel like he'll be able to shine against the Tonios out there, even a Bonac. Like even though I have Urs in 10th, I could see him doing better than a Bonac per se, depending.
No, wait a minute. Urs is easily in the top 7th or 8th for sure. Why? Urs got a tiny waist, shredded abs. He peaked very nicely, especially in the past 2 shows. His arm has vastly improved. His legs, easy. You can see the legs. So Urs is, in my opinion, he could improve a little bit more in the back department. But other than that, I mean, Urs is is in control. He's behind the driver's seat. He's driving properly. Whoever is contributing to Urs and Pekin, I'm sure they did a good job. And, knowing the German mentality, because I was around the German, but I trained in Germany for the 83, and I know these guys don't accept anything under 24K. So just by virtue of the German mentality of bringing in super shredded quality to the table, Urs is going to be I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see him size-wise next to the big guys. But I would say definitely in my top 7.
Okay. You got him in 7th. So I guess Scott put Urs in 7th, Regan in 8th for Samir. All right. Let's go to Samson. Where you guys got Samson?
Oh, I don't change what I said about Samson. I don't change anything about Samson. He's a champion. I see him. He's working his ass off.
Yeah.
He's busting his butt. Him and his wife is pushing him. You can see how driven he is. And they're a wonderful team. This is alone is going to be plus for him. The worst thing that we're going to see, Samson looking at least better than he was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still anxious to see him bring in 24K quality. I know he won at 21K. So just imagine Samson coming, creeping toward the 24K. So Samson at 24K is untouchable. And I have to say that. Why? His physique, shoulder to waist ratio. Last time you guys saw him guest posing and he looked good. And I said something about how good he looks. And that's not even since Samson was flat there. But you can see his body that he's trying to bring in more quality. Yeah. And I would love to see more striation and separation. When Samson brings that separation, deeper separation, bringing more the tight end between shoulders and arm, that is going to be very hard to beat. So I would have to go Samson for the win.
Okay. How about you, Marcus?
All right. So, without trying to be a biased Betty at this point, because I will say Samson's my favorite bodybuilder right now as far as physique goes and all that. For this prediction, I have him in second. I want him to win, though, but I'm not trying to let my bias, outshine my prediction at this point. So I have him in second, even though I want him to win. And I mean, Samir touched base on it. One, shout out to all the women out there. I think he got so much flack early on.
That's a fair assessment, Marcus. That's a fair assessment. Because really, I said, if Samson bring in better quality, it's going to be automatic.
And I think we just saw.
And honestly, so far, I see the hard work. I see the hard work he puts in, but I have not seen that deeper striation, separation. I mean, I'm pretty sure there will be a new Samson on stage. And but I cannot take him out of the top two. I can't.
And I think what we just saw him 6 weeks ago is a really good telltale. As far as he is trying to bring.
I don't know. Let's see what John. What do you say? What do you say about that?
I got him in first too. I think he's really concerned about coming in really harder than he was last year because he got criticism last year because he wasn't in really hard shape, especially Friday night. So I think he's, I think we saw in that guest posing that he's definitely harder. And yeah, I just think, with his physique, he's got the great body. He's really not lacking anything. He's got the great symmetry. He's got a good.
He's old school body, yes.
Yeah, he's got the muscle mass. It's just his problem is that he always comes in, especially if it's a Friday, Saturday show. He always comes in off on Friday. And he did that at the Arnold too. And I think he's mad about losing to Derek after just winning the Olympia a few months earlier. So I think he's gonna improve that, and I think he's gonna come in much harder than he's ever been. And I think it'll be especially with his symmetry and the beauty of his physique. If he comes in harder, I think he'll win.
But I wanted to do something here, and I hope that Samson is listening to what we're saying here. My biggest advice for Samson, I don't want him to thinking if he's lighter, he's going to be better. I want him to peak properly. I want him to stay full. I don't care if that happened at 270 or at 290, because if you're not completely full and popping, it's going to affect you in a big way.
Yeah.
All right, so we need him to come in peaked properly. Don't say, oh, I'm going to be a little bit lighter and to come in a little flat. No, because we saw that happen to Quinton. I would like to see the muscle pushing out, popping. You're not going to get fat. You're not going to get fat, but do not come in flat. You understand? You should be able to differentiate between fat and flat, but only a handful of people understand the fat and flat. Only a handful. So yes, a lot of time we point finger at someone who is shredded but flat, and we say, "Oh yeah, he's fat," but no. I tell you, well, none of those guys is gonna have 1 gram of fat on them, but still, they don't understand the proper way to keep the muscle maximum fullness in. I mean, this is what I want to tell Samson. Make sure you don't come in flat if you want to win the Olympia again.
Yeah, I think you said the one biggest thing is like how he won the Olympia was having that fullness. I think that's what set him apart from the other gentlemen he was going against with the top 2 and 3 guys, was that fullness that he brought to the stage.
What? Okay, Marcus, I have a question for you. I want a question for you, Marcus. Quick. Why did you give him second?
Because I just think the same way that John said about Samson, as far as that hunger, that drive, I think Hadi's doing the same thing, just in the dark. I think he probably has that same drive. He's a past Mr. Olympia winner. So I'm not wrong for putting Hadi up there, because it's like deserving. I just think I can see it. Granted, I would be so happy. Like, I want Samson to win, but it's just my prediction. I think Hadi might come with a vengeance.
I want the best man to win.
And if I had my bias, it'd be Samson.
I know Hadi is one of my favorite people. Hadi is a hard worker. Hadi works harder than anyone, and I can see it. You know, and then sometime you have to apply the overall harmony in the line and the quality. And I'm sure Jean want to elaborate on his number 1. I know you picked Samson. Why do you think Samson is going to take it, John?
Well, I think he's got the best physique, and I think the only thing, like I said, he was lacking was he just wasn't hard enough, and I think he'll be hard enough this year. So I think it'll be enough to win again.
That's exactly how I feel. Samson improves Samson. That means Samson is going to come home with $600,000. And now I cannot say Hani is not. I mean, Hani. I'm sorry, Hadi. Hadi is going to be clashing head to head. He's going to be improved. And it's going to be very, very tough on the judges to, you got the judges looking at wide, small waist, beautiful line. And you're looking at Hadi Chopin, who is striated in the chest, great midsection, hard like a rock, legs. So this is the only way Hadi going to fight that fight. I tell you what. Hadi has got the muscularity, the hardness, and he's proven to bring it to the stage. Like I said, when Hadi come in, step on stage, you're immediately going to catch your eyes. You're going to right away first call out, why? Hadi understand that his midsection, his upper thighs, the hardness. Remember what I talked about hard muscle. For that one reason, I put Hadi over Derek, because we know Hadi is going to come in with that tight midsection, hard and striated chest that comes out. You cannot miss it. And will you tell me who has a better genetic? Who has a better body? Hadi or Derek? And I'm going to tell you, nobody has the genetic of Derek. Derek is an incredible gift. He's the most blessed on stage. He is. But the lion heart is in, Hadi has got the lion will. He's training so hard. I saw him doing one set of legs. My God, I'm like, fuck. I didn't even train that hard, bro. He thought he was like, I don't know how many plates, 10 plates. 7 plate, it was like going and going and going and going. He's torturing himself. And this is why sometimes I elaborate and say about hard-looking muscle. Hard-looking muscle does matter. Does matter. And the guy bringing hard muscle because he is training ultra hard and intense. And that's the hardest looking body would be in the top 3. Would be Hadi.
Yeah.
Hadi will have the hardest looking body. Now, if, again, I go back and say Samson, I pick Samson because what? the God-given genetic, the shoulder to waist ratio,
Yeah.
the flow, the thighs and calves. So this is going to be very tight, and we're going to witness it. And let's see who showed up. We cannot 100% confirm that, oh, yeah, Samson is going to win it, walk in the park. I'm talking, this is a speculation. And if this and that happened, that's what happened. I can't say, oh, yeah, Derek is not going to be capable. Derek is capable. Will he do it? Let's hope so. Anyway, that's it. I'll call it that.
One thing that I can say for certain, which is like no semantics, no guessing, is the one thing I've always loved. I've always championed it because like I do love, like I think women are like the backbone. So the fact that like I love the fact that everything with the storyline for Samson and his girl Marlena, like I love that. So knowing he's coming in with her and having that as his, just that's gonna be his ride or die throughout the whole thing, I think that gives even more strength and power. So like shout out to that. Even like with Keon in the 212 division, him and his girl, the fact that she's his trainer. I mean, shoot, Samir, I don't think we'd be here. You'd be here without Jen there, So shout out to Jen. You know what I'm saying? Like everything like that. You know what I mean? Like the women are big helps. Like I've seen John intertwine, me and mine. So like,
yeah,
I love to see that. So
man, may the best man win. Really, sometimes when you're sitting on this side, trying to look at it from the outside in, and I don't like for anybody to think I'm like biased. I'm pulling for. Honestly, I don't really pull for anyone in particular. May the best man win. I told you what, like, I was defending Nick Walker at one time. You know why? Because Nick is a hard worker. We saw him changing, evolving into a better Nick Walker. We saw Samson looking incredible, and a couple times, and I voted for Derek to win. And you know what? We just following what's been happening, and again, may the best man win. And so, what else? Who did we leave off, John? We didn't talk about Nick Walker.
What about Hadi? Where do you got him? Second?
As of now, it's all depending on what Samson's going to bring to the table. I know one thing. Hadi is going to come in ready. How much better can he be? And how much better Samson can improve, man. This is a tough one to really analyze, tough analysis right here. Because you are fighting with a guy like Samson who's got a classical physique. I want to see Samson looking sharper, bringing more striation. Now, what else Mr. Olympia, Hadi Chopin, need to bring to the table this time? We don't know. We still don't know. We know he's working very hard. We know Samson's working very hard. And it could really be these two guys. And guess what? Don't leave Derek out of the race, because Derek can make some changes and get ultra hard, pose better, be more shredded. I don't know. But anyhow, I stop it at there, John. I think Hadi would be no less than second as of now, and could win it with that weight. We have to wait and see what he's going to bring to the table.
Say it again, John.
What do you say, John?
I got him in second.
Yeah, I got Hadi in first, and it's just we just saw Samson and Derek go back and forth, things like that. And Nick was thrown into that too, as far as the mix. And we haven't seen Hadi yet, and I think he's going to come with a vengeance. I think that at last year's Olympia, he's the one that took Samson into deep waters. So
okay,
Hadi first.
Okay, well now I'm going to ask the question for both of you. Please discuss Nick Walker. John.
I mean, I think Nick could be as high as second, but I got him in fourth. I think he's just an absolute freak, and I'm just so impressed with how he looks. Especially, I mean, the amount of size he's put on just since New York is incredible. He's just like, look at this picture. This is, I don't know if this is filtered or what, but he just looks unbelievable here. I mean, he could win too.
100%.
I mean, it just depends.
Wow.
If the judges decide to go with that look, that freak look, then he could win. But I don't think I think the judges are going to go with Samson, and I think he could place as high as second. But right now I got him in fourth. I think Derek's going to beat him. but I really don't know. It all depends on what he shows up with. But he's going all out to have that freak look, and he's going to shock a lot of people, I think.
Yep.
But right now, I got him at 4th.
What do you say,
I think
Marcus?
that obviously the nickname is perfect for it. Obviously, put it this way: I brought up the fact that Samson has this girl there and things like that, and Walker's coming with the whole, the Walker Nation. He's coming with Mama Walker, Papa Walker. He's coming with a whole family and people that are just going to be on his team, and these people are like just beautiful, blessed, just a whole family unit. So I think that John said it. I mean, I don't think second. I think first. I think he could easily get first. It just depends because it's such a crazy lineup. So I would not be shocked, and I'd be very elated if he got first. But right now, third. But I would be very, very happy if he was able to get his Sandow and go home with that and just take it to the fam.
So what place do you want to give
third.
him?
Yeah.
Third?
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, well.
Why don't you think he'll be first, Marcus?
Personally, like I mean, just same way you said it. That you just said it. You said something right there. You said if the judges are going for that look. So to me, he has a champion look. I think that Derek was the Mr. Olympia champion, and he arguably to me beat him at the Pittsburgh Pro, Nick. So to me, he has that look. He has the look that should win.
Hey man, Marcus, you seem like you are working out with Nick.
Hey. Then I'd be getting those gains like Nick. I could be a little mutant.
I know you become more of a fan when you interviewed him last time, right?
I've been a huge. I mean, y'all can attest. Prior, big fan of Nick. I know that he doesn't.
Look, man. I tell you what, Nick is the most driven bodybuilder on the planet right now. He's the most driven.
Yeah.
And his training was vengeance. I know
Deals
that.
with a lot of shit and backlash.
And we've been discussing Nick Walker for the past 3 years. We went from Nick Walker, that was Nick Walker, the Blocky, Nick Walker. Now up to this point, Nick Walker is proving us all wrong. And then I became a fan of Nick Walker 2 years ago. He started to bring in better body, more detail, smarter, clearer muscle. I think Nick is a smart bodybuilder, and he's telling everybody, including Bob Cicarello and everybody else, that hey, man, you didn't even put me in the top of the top 10 or whatever. He's gonna prove them all wrong. I tell you, he is. I don't know. I mean, look, Nick is like a pretty bulldozer. He become like a pretty bulldozer. Yeah. You understand? Nick is coming out to clean up.
You want to speak of hunger.
He's going to be the most muscular guy in the contest.
If you want to speak of hunger, imagine having to sit out, like how you're saying about Behrooz. Nick is literally arguably supposed to be in everybody's winner circle.
Oh, man, don't talk about Behrooz, man. It's going to bring tears to my eyes. Behrooz is really upsetting me.
But I'm just saying, Nick has had to sit out the last two.
I'm so sad about Behrooz.
And I can only imagine the hunger that's going to bring. So that same hunger I spoke about with Hadi, shit, I could sit there and change those two right there.
Look, I really think Nick Walker is going to prove a lot of us wrong. But he's not proving me wrong because I see the changes. Hey, I'm keeping up with everything. Don't worry. I see Nick's midsection. He is paying attention. I've studied Nick. He's paying attention to creating balance with his body. Recently, I saw him. He's putting his legs together, something that I've been preaching about forever. So you know what? Nick is smart. He starts to know if I do this is what happened. And guess what? I don't know if someone is helping him in that area or not, but he's really making up ground and creating a better looking bulldozer. Okay, he is going to be like, I'm a pretty King Kong. And let's see what he's going to bring to the table. But I honestly, like, when I go back to see my list and I look, between Big Vito and AndrewJacked, those guys, to me, they're going to be really up there. But then when Nick the Bulldozer, Walker is going to come in with a freaky muscularity, with a big, huge damn arms and great upper body muscularity. And yes, I would love him to work on his line, creating line with that body. If Nick learn how to apply the creating line and keep his feet together, put his legs together. And guess what? He's going to be bad to the bone, man. And it's not going to be easy to overcome by some of those guys. You know, I could see him, you know, like you said, John, everything is possible with the judges what they like today. But is Nick Walker more gifted than Samson? No. Is he gifted as Derek? No. But is he more muscular and bring more muscle freakness to the table? Yes. So we'll have to wait and see what Nick's going to bring to the table. And I predict that he's going to bring another new look of Nick the Bulldozer Walker. You know, I call him Bulldozer. Take it as a compliment because he's coming in like King Kong. You know what I mean? He's going to say, Bob Chicarello, take a look at this bulldozer. I'm going to bulldoze everyone on stage.
Yeah, Bob's going to have to swallow some words.
You know, I really wish him the best. I like Nick because he's relentless. Nick is relentless in pursuit. This is one thing about Nick Walker that I like. You know, some people may think, oh, he's like too aggressive. Nick has got the style of like, wow. Yeah, but hey, man, that's Nick Walker. But don't underestimate.
You need that confidence, especially in
the firepower and the muscle power that he have. The confidence.
Yeah, you need it.
The confidence that he's going to bring to the table. So I don't know. I could see him like in the top 5. It's going to be, you know, we're going to see what kind of Nick Walker show up. I can't say anything other than I know he's improving. I know he's making the necessary adjustment. He's capitalizing all the new information. He's like, you know, he doesn't care what happened last year, what happened 2 years ago. He is keeping his eye on the ball. And you know in bodybuilding, you keep your eyes on the ball.
Would you say he's being a student of the game? Because that's one thing I think that he is taking heed to a lot of things. How you said with the way he's standing and things like that. I think he is being like a good student of the game.
He's improving in positioning. Yeah. You know, if you notice some of his latest photos, he's keeping his feet together, his legs together. And you know what? That's the smartest thing you can do. Anybody, and I repeat, anybody that open their legs like this on stage, guess what? The dumbest things in the world to open your legs wide, because guess what happened? You throw off your symmetry and harmony. You will look like crap. Every time you open your legs and arms like that, you're no good. I'm telling you. You want to lose the Olympia? Stand on stage with your legs wide open. Open your arms there, trying to act like Superman with your wing open. You gotta learn how to create line. You have to learn to become a professional in every word. You gotta be pro. That's why you're in Mr. Olympia, man. Don't go up on stage looking like a funky chicken. I don't want you to look like a hen. I want you to look like an eagle on stage. Proud eagle. And yeah, I think, you know, Nick Walker is improving in all these departments.
Where's the penguin at, Samir?
So I don't know what Nick Walker.
Samir, where's the penguin at? The penguin award. Who's getting the penguin award this year?
My penguin is not here. I should have brought it with me. But you know what, man? Marcus is no joke. I pour my heart out and I talk about it. It's time for the MPC and people on top in the MPC Pro League to really find a way we get more respect, because those kind of positioning are very unprofessional. Very. And you know what? You want to prove me wrong? Ask Frank Zane. See what Frank Zane will tell you. And I'm not saying Frank Zane, he does it because he's not 300 pounds. Frank Zane does it because he understands I'm an artist. I go up on stage to look pretty. Dorian Yates didn't do that. And you know what? I don't follow Dorian Yates. I mean, Dorian Yates as a poser is a no-no. I don't think Dorian was a great poser. Dorian, he brought a muscularity in conditioning and unreal. And he did the basic, stuff. He can't pose like, he doesn't pose like Samson. Samson can bring positioning on stage. He does a great job with positioning. I mean, hey, every Mr. Olympia we see out there, from Ronnie Coleman to Jay Cutler, I'm not a big fan of the way they pose. I'm not. And so, look, at guys like Nick Walker, he's like capitalizing on some of those info.
Well,
You know, and let's see what he brings to the
Samir,
table,
okay,
man.
but
And
I know you
again,
said
no
I know you said he would
disrespect.
be top 5, and I know like in that 5th spot you got Andrew, and you got one place missing. So who would you have? Do you got in your so if you do your 4 and 5, are you placing Nick over Andrew or Andrew over
Man,
Nick?
I'm like, I don't know, Nick Walker, but for me is like, you know, like I said, I put Big Vito's at 4th place. I don't know. I mean, I think Big Vito's body is flowing really, really well. I don't know about his stage performance. I don't know about his stage experience. Will that work with him or against him? I can see that he's not in control of what he has, in total control of what he has. And I'm talking about Nick Vito. And I think, I'm sorry, Big Vito. I think Nick Walker is going to be a different Nick Walker again. He's going to bring a new Nick Walker to the table. He's just going to be like.
So do you think he'll place above Andrew? I know
Better.
you got Good Vito 4th.
You know, I can go AndrewJacked, who's a great body, but you know, the world right now, they're very hot on Nick Walker because Nick Walker muscularity and the way he talks and the way he thinks. I mean, again, I don't know, man. All bets is off for me. I just want to see who's the new Nick Walker on stage. He's making a lot of progress. He's making lots and lots of progress. So that remains to be seen. It could go all the way up to win. I don't know what we're going to bring, what Nick Walker's going to bring to the table. All I know is going to be vastly improved.
All right, so let's go over our top 10. Marcus, you got Hadi first, Samson second, Nick third, Derek 4th, AndrewJacked 5th, Martin Fitzwater 6th, Brandon Curry 7th, William Bonac 8th. Who do you got in 9th?
That's my bias pick.
Williams, we didn't talk about
Brooklyn and then Earth in 10th.
Yeah, Keem was top 10 last year.
Yeah.
Samir, you got Samson first, Hadi second, Derek third. You got GOODVITO in 4th. You got Andrew.
Right now, I may have to say, in 4th place is really, Nick Walker, because he's a hot guy on the stage. So I may want to put like Nick Walker,
All right.
And straight right behind them would be Big Vito and then AndrewJacked. So we have to make room for these guys. And, you know, sometime when we were talking and I lost count of the big list, we have a huge list here. I mean, even Ors, I put Ors in 7th place instead of ahead of Regan Grime. So I made some changes. Please keep that in mind. I mean, no, there's a lot of guys we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about Samson.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't talk about, what's his name? There's a champion called, Brett Wilkin?
Yep, Brett Wilkin. Yep.
He's very good, too. I mean, we don't know what this guy's going to bring to the table that day.
So you got Nick in 4th, GOODVITO in 5th. You got AndrewJacked 6th.
Yes.
Martin 7th, Urs 8th, Regan 9th. Who do you got in 10th then?
10th, and you know, I would put guys like I said I didn't put Rubel in there, but like guys like where did I put Ors again?
8th.
Yeah, I think I have him 7th, but again,
you got Martin placing in front of Urs?
No lower than 7th. Yeah, I think Ors is going to stand out more. He's going to be better.
Better than Martin?
Yeah, then I would have to go, too bad Bahruz is out of the pictures. I would have to go with a guy like Samson if he comes in shredded too.
Okay.
He might make the top 10. You know, the guy is good. And, you know, like Brett Wilkin, those guys could be, one of those guys can really hunt for the 10th spot.
Yeah.
Brandale's another one. Top 5 Brandale is another one who could do.
I want him to put his arm down. He's doing the Pelican.
Penguin.
You see the Pelican, bro? Marcus? We got to stop the Pelican. I mean, I'm sorry. I said penguin. Why did I say Pelican? It's the penguin. It's all your fault, Marcus. You got me.
That's all right. I heard Jen clean it up.
Yeah, she cleaned it up for me. Yeah, but I kind of, the penguin is a beautiful bird, but not on stage. I can't stand that penguin being on stage like that. To me, you know what? Sorry, guys, but I call it, when someone stands like this, I call him an idiot. Sorry. Nothing derogatory against anyone. But when you stand like this on stage, guess what? In Samir's way, not in a derogatory way, I would have like a donkey with 24 ears. You stand on stage looking like a penguin, you're a bonehead. Somebody brainwash you to do stupid things. Don't do it. Don't do it. Learn. Learn from experience, right, John?
Right.
What about John's list? We got Scott, go back to John's list real quick. We got Samson first, Hadi second, Derek third, Nick gets fourth, Andrew in fifth, Martin Fitzwater sixth, GOODVITO in seventh, Brandon Curry eighth, Tonio Burton ninth. I like that one, and Urson 10th place.
Oh, John, where did you put Big Vito? GOODVITO.
Seventh.
What?
Seventh.
Good choice. Smart guy. Smart guy.
He's looking good.
I think you know, that Big Vito, the GOODVITO guy, is gonna surprise all of us. Look out. Okay, and I remind you, Marcus, you're losing $20. Finally,
I feel it. I mean, I think I like to see
You
how
better
I
tell
like to
old
see
school-
him and NECKZILLA next to each other, fight for that, 10th. And
tell old school to pay you a little bit more. Tell them, hey, I'm gonna lose $20.
your Zell's gonna come from Old School Labs LLC. PayPal, Samir. This
yeah, tell them you put me on the spot with Samir. Now I'm gonna start losing money gambling with this guy.
It's all right. It'll be credit for the.
Well,
for the
it'll be fun,
knowledge
man.
you
I
teach
can't
me.
wait to see you guys in Vegas. This is gonna be a great year, man. John, we're gonna sit down next to each other and take a look at everyone there and be fair to everyone. And again, from my perspective, may the best man win.
Yep.
Whether it is Samson or Hadi or Derek or anyone or Nick Walker. I hope any of these guys I mentioned to be the winner. And may the best man win, and may God bless all our good friend who works very hard. And again, I'm sorry that I have to come back and say, you guys need to raise your awareness a little bit and help our friend Baharuz, and let's hope we can bring him to compete. More than that, God bless you guys.
All right,
It was
guys.
good to talk to you as
Appreciate
always.
All right, we'll look at our list after the Olympia and see how we did. And then if any of you guys out there
We
listening
can compare note.
want to give your top 10, put them in the
Start
notes.
saving your money,
Yeah,
Marcus.
no,
See if
definitely.
Top 10.
And one more thing,
Additional money.
shout out to my
but
grandma too. Any praise for Baruz and all that and around the world.
Sorry about your grandma. I hope she feels
appreciate
better,
that.
man. I'm sorry about your dog
I know,
last
man.
week.
It sucks, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just whoever out there, give me
Yeah,
some,
life is a beach.
give us some praise
sometimes.
to those who deserve it.
We gotta hang
Yeah,
tough,
trying to, man. Trying
Hang
to.
tough.
But my grandma deserves it way more than
I
me.
know.
So like the blessings and things like that.
Well, she's 82. God bless her. So she's good. She
Yeah,
called
she
you,
called
right?
me right before. That's why we had to start. Yeah,
Well,
right
that's
before that
good.
she called me. So I'm happy about that. So yeah, appreciate
That's
it.
good. God bless her, man,
Thank you.
and bless you all.
God bless you guys too, John and Samir. I hope you guys have a great time, and everybody else watching. Thank you for watching
Thank you,
too.
buddy.
Thank you guys.
I can't wait to turn my AC on. I'm sweating.
Take care,
Later.
guys.